Hey everybody, you've made it, the final week of video production. Hopefully by this point, you've done your planning, you've done your recording, and it's time to get to editing. So we're going to break this down a little bit. This first part's just lecture. You're going to see the walkthrough of how to use the product Adobe Spark Video. Remember, you used Adobe Spark for graphics. They've got a video component as well. That's how you're going to put your piece together. And then you're also going to see another tutorial about how to upload from Adobe Spark to YouTube to be able to get your video online so you can send it in for that grade. So again, let's start at the beginning. You went through, you planned, you set up your script, you got everything ready to go. Then last week, you started recording. You gathered photos, you took photos, you got video footage, you did your interviews. Now it's time to get organized. You've got all this footage, so make sure you've got everything somewhat labeled, or at least you can figure out what's what. It's going to help you in the future. And kind of gather everything together. You want to make sure you've got it all on the same device that you're editing with. So that means if you're using your computer to edit, your footage is on your phone, you got to get your stuff from your phone to your computer. I advise using Google Drive as an option to get things off of your phone, log into your Finlandia Google Drive, you can upload, and then you can pull back down onto a computer if you're doing your editing there. And Adobe Spark, it's web browser based, so you should be able to use any computer. You don't have to download software to make that work. So if you don't have a machine that's working real well, feel free to head to the library if you're on campus. Use one of the business schools' computers to be able to put this together. So what are the things that you need? So part of the assignment, you're required to have proper titles, transitions, and audio balance. So what does proper titles mean? If you've ever seen on the bottom of a screen, it's called a lower third, where like someone's name and title comes up. Those are required for this assignment. Now, it's very easy in the software to do that, but you have to have some sort of graphics on there to make it look professional. It's just one of those things that calls out, who are you interviewing? Why should we care? Who are you? If it's you in your video, you want to have your name and who you are attached to that. So make sure that you have proper titles. They should be clean, very easy to read. You want to make sure that they stand out from the background. A lot of people, sometimes they'll throw just white text on a screen, and that's fine if your screen is very dark, if whatever you shot is dark. If it's light, you're not going to be able to read it, and that doesn't do anybody any good. So make sure you think through proper titles. Now, for proper transitions, this one gets really specific in terms of how you get from one clip to another. You've probably seen video slideshows where you have kind of like that dip to black or that fade in, fade out. Those make it more enjoyable than just having what's called a rough cut where the video just snaps off and changes to something else. So transitions are something good. It helps with the professional quality. Now, on top of that, audio balance makes a big difference, right? I mentioned that last week. You got to have good audio. If you've got video that was shot from really far away or it's windy, it's tough for someone to hear what you're saying. Now, don't worry if you, for some reason, spent all this time and you got really bad audio. One way to try and at least get some more points back, put closed captioning on your screen. You have the ability to actually, transcribe what you were saying in text. You could do it in lower thirds. You can do that on your screen. So please do that to make it easier. You're not going to lose as many points as if you just turn in a video that sounds terrible. Video and audio, two most important things in video production for your final product. So do spend some time making sure that that works for you. Now, there's a lot of editing software out there, and over the years, I've kind of changed my requirements because some people use iMovie, some people will use Adobe Premiere if you have access to that. Adobe Premiere Rush is a really nice and easy drag and drop editor. Filmora Go is on Android devices. Shotcut is one that you see on Windows. I used to say, do whatever you want to do for editing, and I still hold true to that. Do whatever you want to do, but I can't provide support for whatever random product you choose. So if you're going to choose a random piece of software to do your editing, that's fine, but you're going to have to spend time on YouTube or learn that software or have access to it. So I just recommend using Adobe Spark. It's not a requirement because ultimately I'm not going to really be able to tell what you use to do your editing as long as you have an edited video that you turn in. So once you get into that software, You're going to start editing, moving things around, cutting things, and you're going to have this complete video. Use the assignment sheet, as always, the grading rubric, to learn where your points come from. Please use that as a checkpoint to make sure you're not missing easy things. I hate to have to take points off when it's just an easy thing that you guys have missed. So make sure, use that as your guide, get your video edited, get it uploaded to YouTube. That's the other part here, because you're going to put it as an unlisted video and you're going to send me that link. That's what you're going to submit into Canvas. So make sure you're editing properly, make sure you get it to YouTube, and then make sure you're submitting me that link. All of these things are discussed below this lecture and other videos, different walkthroughs to help you get this product done. I understand video production is more challenging. This is the hardest project of the course, but as you all know from when we talk through social media, video is key. Video is the content people want. It's why TikTok is as popular as it is. It's why YouTube exists, and why traditional TV has changed. So make sure you at least understand the basics of video production by the time this class is over. It's really going to help you in your career and business. Even if you're not the one having to shoot the video, you can speak the lingo. You have the understanding to help guide whatever person you've hired to do your video. Make sure you get this turned in on time. If you have any questions, please reach out as early as possible. I want to try and help get this, get you through this so you can get it published and then not have to worry about it until, the final portfolio project of the course. That's what's next, is just putting all of the work that you've done over the semester into a portfolio, sharing that with me, and that's it. Then you've made it through CPT202. You've learned all these new technologies, all these new things that are important to anybody in the business field, and I'm excited to get you to that final product.